Hello, I'm here to do a reading for the sun sign Capricorn for the month of December. This is just a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Capricorn out there. If it doesn't, then it's messages that are not meant for you, obviously. Don't try to make them fit, as the other readers say. All right. So let's get this reading started. I'm not going to go on and on and on. So right now I'm going to pull an oracle card from my Greek mythology deck. That's usually what I start with. Wealth. It seems like every time I do a reading for Capricorn, they're very much about their bank. You know what I'm saying? They're very much about their finances and having that stability. In most of the readings that I have done lately for people that are Capricorns, or anything I've posted to this channel, past and present, yeah. So the next cards I'm going to pull is this Island Time Wellness cards. And they're basically more about like love or relationships in your life, whether that be, a co-workers or like family or love interests. Let's see what you got. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, repetitive, persistent, working on it. So, I don't know, I feel like you guys are more focused on yourself than you are on other people right now. You're going through a time where you're trying to rebuild your life and become more stable. Let's see. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So some of you might have decided you changed your mind. You're in a new phase. You're all about your growth. You're all about making changes, progress. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissistic, one-sided relationship, love bombing. I mean, the golden mirror. I mean, maybe some of you are coming off as being like narcissistic because you seem to be really focused on yourself, your growth, your life. So that might come off as narcissistic. You could have also been dealing and are dealing presently with a narcissist, that you feel is out to take what you have and use you and whatever, especially if you got bank, And you feel with the love bombing, like maybe somebody told you, we're going to clarify though, recently, that they love you, and it's just really too freaking soon, It's like, hold your horses, like, what the fuck? And that'll just scare you off, because that's crazy, Like, at least you feel like it is. It's crazy. The golden mirror, huh? All right, let's see how the rest of this reading goes. And this is from my Villains Tarot deck. It is Walt Disney Villains. I know that sounds so strange for a tarot deck, but it is the coolest, like, darkest deck I have ever owned. I love it. It's really cool. All right, you've got the Knight of Wands. And as you can see by the picture, the Knight of Wands, like, is a very kind of like playful, mischievous kind of energy. I actually, like, it can even be taken as a Somebody that wants to move, somebody that is very adventurous, looking to have a good time. They're younger, you know what I mean? Oh, the Hanged Man, self-sacrifice. Like, the Hanged Man is like, frig, you know, you do feel like someone is very childish around you. You feel like maybe you had to do a little bit too much for them. You know, that they're all about themselves. But you're tired of making all the sacrifices and putting in all the effort. Like, you're just fucking exhausted, right? And maybe you even have that at work where you're dealing with, like, people that are really immature, that fuck the dog all day. I don't know. You seem a little frustrated in this reading. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Ooh. Knight of Swords can be a real brutal, argumentative energy. You know what I mean? Like, but it can be a very harsh energy, you know? It's very cold. It's very, but in the same sense, it wants to, like, the knight wants to restore balance. You know what I mean? Like, he's just kind of like, he's got a real, I'm not going to put up with your shit attitude. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with being, like, clear and concise about your freaking boundaries like the Knight of Wands is. But the Knight of Wands might not do it in a tactful way. You know, he just basically tells somebody to fuck right off. So, this is the, that is the Six of Coins. Six of Coins is a real victory card. Again, I'm seeing money for whoever this resonates with. Like, it's the sharp-dressed man. You know what I'm talking about? It's somebody that dresses really nice, that is about looking really good. It's somebody that isn't cheap either, like, kind of like a bit of a flashy. And you got the King of Wands. I'm not surprised, because it's more of a, like, a self-focused, I don't have time for you kind of energy and your childish nonsense. I mean, it's a real, sorry, that's a nice, like, the King of Wands, I mean, it can be a little bit of a player. It can be like the human bicycle that somebody's rode. It can be a real, but at the same time, the King of Wands, again, is very in charge. If he comes off as, again, self-absorbed, you know, like he does. He comes off as all about me, 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 me. So maybe this isn't the right time for you to be with somebody when, again, like, you're very focused on your own priorities, your own, all of that. And you just don't have time for BS. Like, you just, I don't know, seems to me like you're really busy with work and your money. I don't know. So if you want to know how your finances are going to go, and if you tuned in for that, well, because you're putting in all the hard work. So of course it's going to go well. I mean, you might be sacrificing a lot of, like, you know, like, your private life, and you might be coming off as a flashy narcissist. Like, I don't know what's going on here, Capricorn. I don't know, you just don't have time for people's bullshit right now. You're just focused on your career, focusing on I don't know, there's nothing about the past here, except there's nothing bad about the past, except for this immature person that was in your life, you know, or that you viewed as being immature. Maybe they like to have fun. Maybe you're really serious by the looks of things. Yeah, King of Cups. So you got a King of Cups here. Like, maybe Maybe you were in love at some point, and maybe they loved you, you know what I mean? Like, it was very, like, a romantic kind of, like, vibe in the past. Very romantic. Very romantic. This person just wants to please their partner, and they're very charming. 10 of Cups here. That is a seriously committed card. So there must have been some sort of commitment, but somebody wasn't willing to make the self-sacrifices that they needed to make in this relationship. So with the death right underneath it, it brought it to an end. Somebody was not willing to make sacrifices that they needed to. Maybe it was sacrificing their independence. Maybe, who knows? I'm not exactly sure. I'll try to clarify in a minute. You got the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is a sneaky energy. It's an energy of deceit. It's an energy of somebody going behind somebody's back. And I really feel like you just had no time for this deceitful. You felt like this person was playing games with you. This is like somebody walking away, things that were unexpected. It's also a card of miscommunication and things not being like communicated properly. It's someone going behind your back. 3 of Swords. As you can see, that guy's being completely stabbed in the middle there. Like, obviously somebody is really heartbroken here. Like, really completely devastated. They might have even been deceived, cheated on. There's deceit. It might have been a third party that came in and just ruined the whole relationship. You know, and it's like, I feel like, you know, maybe you trusted this person, but they were not trustworthy at all. Justice. It says here with the King of Wands, Justice is always a good card. It's a card of restoring balance. It's a card of wisdom. It's a card of now, like, you know, you're good. You're good. You know, you're not caught up in your flippin' feels. You're smart. You know, it's a card of balance being restored in your life. After all this shit, you feel pretty good. You feel like you're exactly where you want to be in the future here for December. You know, like, you're going to have a pretty decent Christmas. I don't know. You know, and you know, but I feel like a really closed off energy right now. I mean, you're going to have a good Christmas. A lot of swords. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign. Like Gemini, Aquarius. Either way, Justice is about the truth too, eh? All right, let's see here. 2 Swords. Again, that's a card of shutting yourself off completely with this 10 of Cups here and the Death. It's a card of, you know, maybe I don't see things for what they really are. And I don't want to make a choice until I know all my facts kind of card. Or it's about making a choice and trying to make the right choice, but it's hard when you're just left in the dark, you know? Like, and you don't know. You don't know. That guy's got blindfolds on. You just didn't know what to believe or what not to believe with this person. Like, obviously, you just... I feel like there's a lack of trust there. King of Wands again. There he is. There's the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very ambitious, very spontaneous, very strong, very charismatic. You know, with the Seven of Swords, like, it's a very attractive energy. You know, it's very attractive. So, like, maybe you're very attractive. It's saying then you're very attractive, so you're attracting energy. You look really good. The Chariot. No word of a lie. Maybe that's all that you do is work and aim for what you want, your goals. But in the same time, it's starting to feel like maybe you guys don't know what you want. That's the issue. It's kind of like you're going and going and going and going. But then you're stopping and thinking, like, what exactly am I doing this for? You're like, myself. Nothing wrong with that, right? And why is that coming off? I guess maybe you hurt somebody and you came off as a complete narcissist. I don't know. The Devil. I mean, that is your own card, like for Capricorn, right? And it's odd because the Devil has been coming out in almost every single reading. Oh, I forgot to clarify the King of Cups here. Tell me more about this King of Cups, which I feel is like your past energy, not yourself. The Knight of Wands. Grass is greener on the other side. It's a card of, you know, somebody seeking like greener pastures, taken off, abandonment, non-commitment, taken off. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was you or them that left, but somebody left. You know? Seems like somebody couldn't make up their mind whether it was you or them. But the final choice was made with the Justice. And then with the Devil card, like really for December, I mean, it looks like you're going to be having a good time. If people want to judge you for that, whatever. You know, you just don't want to be controlled. You don't want to be told what to do. You know, it seems like a harsh energy, but you just don't want to be told what to do. You don't have to do things for people anymore. You're fucking tired of it. It seems like you've done a lot for people in your life, and you're like, why? I need to put myself first. I don't need to be putting other people first. It's me, I come first. That's what I'm getting now. And I mean, like, that's not so bad, putting yourself first, putting your needs first. What's wrong with that? Before somebody else's. I mean, you don't want to have to explain yourself to nobody. And I think that you put up some clear boundaries that you won't be, like, taken advantage of, and you're really not interested. You've got everything that you need. You know, like, you've got everything that you need. But, and the issue is, like, you got everything that you need, but you're working towards something, but I'm not sure you really know what you want. And until you know what you want, I don't think you're gonna bother having, like, a committed relationship. Because you're not really sure if you even want one. So what's wrong with playing the field a little bit? If people have a hard time with that, and that makes you a narcissist, I don't really see it as being a narcissist. I see it as you wanting to have control over your own life and not wanting somebody to dictate, dominate. I mean, you're just in your own energy. You're just in your own, like, powerful energy, and I don't know, you're not focused on that. Like, you're really, really not. You're focused on your abundance. You're focused on, it seems like you're going to have a great Christmas. Like, you probably, those of you that celebrate Christmas, who's ever friggin' watching this, is going to have money. to spend at Christmas. And that's wonderful, right? You're not going to be sitting there worried about how am I going to afford Christmas because all you've been doing is working. You're just focused on yourself. You don't want to have to pay for anybody else. I mean, you're just paying your own way. You're rebuilding yourself. You know, like you've really shaped up. You don't seem to be unhappy, but you're not. The weird thing is you're not unhappy, but you're not overly happy. Like, but you're not miserable. Like, you're not, ooh, my freaking life is so great, but you're not like, oh, my life is so horrible. Like, you know, you already came out of that energy. Like, I mean, you're just over it. You're just over it. You're good. Like, you're doing great, Capricorn. And I don't know if somebody was tuning in for a love reading, Capricorn. I'm so sorry. Like, the only thing that I seen was like this really immature energy around you, and maybe it's someone like a little bit younger. Like, I'm not saying like way younger, but they kind of have like a real in and out kind of energy and a real player energy around you, and you're just not down for games. Like, you're just not. See you later. There's the freaking door. I don't have time for this. Like, go slum it up somewhere else. You know, you don't want no scrubs. You don't want no scrubs. You want somebody that can be independent and hold their own, and this person has a real childlike player, grass is greener kind of like attitude. So you're just not down. Like, you know, and they might be like, you seen that in the cards and you thought it was really weird. I love you. And it's like, what? Like, you don't even freaking know me. Like, what? Like, you're just, I don't know. Seemed a little bit agitated there. Hope that helped, Capricorn. And with that said, your finances and your abundance is looking really good. Relationship status, no matter what it is, you just aren't really focused on that person or persons. You're just focused on yourself. So I don't see a lot of that coming in at Christmas time. You're really busy with yourself and your own personal goals. All right? Bye-bye.